Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the channel, another Warcraft Rumble PvP video this time round. And I'm going to be talking about Bloodmage Thalnos. Now, you might have seen me run this deck on a couple of my other videos, but I wanted to do an in-depth guide, but also, more importantly, do a written guide. So, something that I do with all of my videos, if you're new to the channel, is I don't only do a video guide on it. If you're not bothered about watching the video, because I know some of you aren't, or if you want to watch the video and still have a written resource to refer to, I do guides on noff.gg. NoFF.gg is a great resource in general for Warcraft Rumble. A lot of stats on there as well. There's also other websites, I think it's like warcraftrumble.gg, that's pretty good. But NoFF has a really good build creator, which is the most important thing for me. Having a good build creator. And it also shows you stats for people that create builds on the website. It shows you like the most used units, the most used talents, etc. So it's pretty good for that sense. Also has a tier list creator. Basically has everything that a content creator needs to make something cool. So there's going to be a NoFF guide linked in the description below, so feel free to go and check that out if you want to read about this deck rather than watch it. However, I would recommend that you do watch, because I do show you how to play this deck in gameplay, and we play some PvP games together and see how they go. This is a slightly off-meta Bloodmage Thalnos deck. The reason I say slightly off-meta is simply because it's not a Bloodmage Thalnos Abomination deck, and it's not a Bloodmage Thalnos 50 billion spells deck. The point of this is to run Bloodmage Thalnos alongside some core spells, Blizzard and Chain Lightning. Now, the reason I like Chain Lightning, the other option that you can go for here is Arcane Blast, but the reason I like Chain Lightning is because of this particular talent, the Brilliant Flash, where you can stun enemies. Why is that so good? Stunning enemies is a way to reset aggro and reset attack animations. So there are certain enemies that have very long wind-ups on attack animations, Safe Pilot being one of them. Stunning them completely resets their attack animation back to 0. It also resets the target that they're targeting. So if you have a tank that's only just spawned and is not drawing aggro, you can stun the enemy units and it will direct their attacks towards the tank that's closest to them. My main split push threat is Gargoyle. Gargoyle is a great split pusher in PvP, especially on the current Timbermoor Hold map, because they have added a turret instead of a meeting stone. That makes Gargoyle much more valuable. I like to run Necromancer as a good defensive unit, as another way of dealing with air units too. Obviously, we have 3 ways of dealing with air units in this deck that aren't spells. Whelps when they've spawned. We have Thalnos, and we also have Necromancer now. Necromancer is also just a good defensive unit, or can set up a push by himself. Blizzard, best control spell in the game. I've explained. Chain Lightning. And I love these guys for 1 cost and a pick lock. You know, massive gold generation boost if you can get them onto the chest early on. And in my opinion, the best unbound minion in the game, which is Whelpegs with Flame Burst. Safe Pilot would also work, but I just think that Whelpegs are better with Flame Burst. That is the deck. Let's jump into some PvP. Maybe we can get over 10,000 today. I don't play much PvP at the moment. I will play much more PvP on global release. The honest answer is I just don't have the time right now. I can barely have the time to do my daily quests at the moment, let alone and get the dungeons done for the week and the Arclight Brawls, let alone have time for PvP. It's just the life of full-time work, dad of 2 kids, etc. It's difficult to find the time to sit down and actually grind PvP, but we'll get there on global release. We'll put the time in. So I'm going to try, if this game is versus a lower level, or a 6, like a 6 is okay, but if I'm lucky versus a 5, you'll probably see me skip over this game. Don't like to play too many lower levels. Okay, this is versus a level 7, so he's equal levels to me. So I'm going to spawn a Necromancer here. I don't want him to get that easily, so I'm going to drop my Whelpegs right in front of him. It will kill off his... That's interesting. He's going for the Sneed deck, which isn't actually that good anymore. He's going to Blizzard. That's fine. I can do this. I don't want these guys getting to my base. Okay, we traded evenly there, which is quite good. Oh, he actually got my... He actually got that, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to drop this here. I'm going to drop this like that. Oh, well, my Gargoyle won the game. I didn't even realize my Gargoyle was still going. Yeah, that Sneed deck is cheesy. Now, he actually got the perfect start for a Sneed deck there, which is obviously you want Sneed on the chest, generate you a load of gold. And then also he managed to take down a turret with a siege minion. Somehow, I think he must have overcommitted to the Blizzard because my well pegs and my necromancer managed to take him out, and somehow maybe he didn't have a good answer. The only answer I think he had to air was troll headhunter. So yeah, that wasn't the best for him. This, do this, and then Hogger. We want to get some more on Hogger. Right, back into PvP. So yeah, that wasn't the best from him. I don't know why he just ignored the gargoyle, but it just shows you how powerful gargoyle is. You leave it for 2 seconds and suddenly your base is gone. I wouldn't usually spawn gargoyle on that side. Usually I like to spawn gargoyle as a split push to their side turret, and then you have an area to safely launch attacks on the enemy base on over and over again. But I dropped the gargoyle away from the action because he hadn't actually committed any resources to that side of the map. So that's why I committed gargoyle to the right hand side of the map, because he had committed his resources to both the middle and the left lane. So it's just the case of I can commit my gargoyle to the right lane, unless he has an answer for it, nothing's going to happen. And then once I started threatening his tower on the left hand side, he overcommitted with both Frostwolf, what's it called, and or not even Frostwolf, like, is it Raider, Warsong Raider, and also Sneed, which the Warsong Raider plus Sneed is 9 gold, I think. Yeah, so he like basically committed his entire gold pool to a Sneed and a Warsong Raider, which didn't even effectively deal with what I put on that side of the map. So that wasn't a great decision from him, to be honest with you. You're better off just sticking the troll headhunter down and dealing with the gargoyle. Anyway, it looks like I'm going to have a long search. You generally tend to find long searches around 10k, so I'm going to be back when we're into game. All right, so we're up at upper level here. This guy's also done a Sneed straight away, so I'm going to try and drop that there. So we're not going to be able to stop the Sneed, but that's fine. How much is he overcommitting to this? I chain stunned pretty much everything there, which is good. Got this so he doesn't charge my... I don't want him to... Oh, he did charge my thingy. Never mind. Oh, that's not a nice blizzard. Right, so I'm going to wait here. Stun them in the middle so they don't get anything done. I think I'm going to struggle a little bit here. He's also got harpies, which is not good. Okay, that's fine. We should be able to trade up here. Need another set of well pegs. Okay. Oh, I tried to stun him out of it, but it didn't work. I'm going to take that tower. This is a bit tough. I think see what we can do. We might be able to survive. Maybe not. I think he's probably just going to blizzard my base at this point. Maybe I can get a gargoyle off. Right. I think we're going to have to just go for one big push. One big push, I think. Okay, that's fine. Right, here we go, here we go. Oh, he didn't manage to get it. He didn't manage to get it. This is just going to be one big push. Can we win? Oh my gosh. Ah! Yeah, we did it! Oh! That was so close. Oh, it was it was a bit of a, it was a mess. I mean, I think I misplayed at the start. I put, the biggest misplay that I made was putting well pegs too close to the chest, and then he managed to swipe the well pegs on the chest. But goodness gracious, there's actually a couple of key moments. I might even go back and just show you some of the key moments when I'm doing the editing of this video. Just simply because I wish there was a replay system in the game. I'll try and go back and show you the key moments, but there was some big moments that you showcased the use of, like chain lightning, for instance, when we chain stunned those guys in the mid. Using Necromancer as a defensive unit against the Goblin Sappers. I mean, I don't need to go back and show you. Just talk about it. We used Necromancer over and over again as a defensive unit against the Goblin Sappers, which generated more skeletons for me. Zap was great at our chain lightning was great at dealing with the skeletons as well. We sent a Necromancer on the left-hand side, knowing that he was not committing resources. The trend that we saw was that he's very heavy contesting the chests, obviously, as you would with the Sneed deck, but wasn't spending much in terms of defense on the left-hand side. So we just sent up, we captured that left turret, which then kind of split his resource focus. And eventually, we managed to defend that push. It was, I mean, we were like a couple of basic attacks away from being dead, especially with that blizzard at the end there. But once I knew he'd committed that blizzard to my base and I hadn't died, I knew I'd won, because that was a desperation play. He didn't have anything to deal with the massive push that I had going on. So crazy. That was a really good game, actually. Nice to beat levels above you as well, because especially when you're a level 7 deck, you're on average generally going to be higher than most people. So to beat higher level decks, especially when it's like a cheese deck like Sneed. I haven't done that yet. Let's see if we can get Core Hounds. Really, that was exciting. That's why I love Warcraft Rumble. You know, for those kind of games where you're like, man, that was like super close. Yeah, so we are going to quickly go to, I'm going to pause shortly, just because it takes a while to find an opponent. And when we're back into the game, I'll be back. Okay, we're into game, and it's versus a level 8 again, so we're going to immediately spawn and try and take this. Okay, I need to drop this, I think. And I'm just going to do that for the time being. I really don't want to lose. I'm going to stun them. And then I'm going to use my flame burst well pegs to just, overcommit like crazy is what I'm going to do. Oh, wow. That was a heavy commit. We should... Okay, how did he kill my... Oh, no. It's got harpies. Did I get the gold for that? I think I did. Do this. Do this. This. Right, so we're just split pushing at the moment. He hasn't got a good answer to this. I'm going to zap. Zapping to protect my gargoyle. I might have a blizzard in a second, which might work. Okay, he blizzarded me. It's fine. We'll see what we can do. See if there's an overcommit. Okay. Okay, he's kind of overcommitted here. I have a blizzard to stop the harpies. So, blizzard to stop the harpies. So I think we win. So I knew what the only threat to my gargoyle was there, and the threat. Ooh. 1 second, I accidentally disconnected my capture card. My bad, guys. Samsung decks. We don't want Samsung decks. We want to go back to this. So the only threat to my gargoyle was the harpies. I knew that. So as long as I had, there we go. Platinum Prodigy. What did I get? What do you actually? What is that? It's 1 star. You get 1 star for Core Hounds. Brilliant. That was amazing. I'm so happy about that. So yeah, the only threat to my gargoyles was the harpies. So I knew that if I had at least Zap or Blizzard to back my gargoyle up, I would very likely connect the damage on his base. So we saw him commit 5 gold of Sneed down the mid. So I thought, okay, well, he's obviously going to get the Sneed chest, so he's going to get some gold out of that immediately. But he didn't have much in the way of anti-air except for Huntress and Harpies. And we'd just seen Huntress go down and die to the turret. Harpies I knew were coming, and I had the tool to deal with them. I had the backup of Blizzard to support my gargoyle, and I had a Zap as well, which could provide me with a clutch stun or whatever, just to get a couple of, like, 1 basic attack extra off from my gargoyle. So yeah, good game. Another fighting up against the Sneed deck, but just shows you this deck is pretty good. I'm not going to do much more than that, just simply because the video is going to end up being too long. But that was a good showcase, I think, in terms of what this deck can do. And I really rate this deck as a PvP kind of like off meta, sort of low cost split push deck as well, because you don't have any really heavy cost units. The maximum cost is 4. And you get a lot of good value trades out of this, even if you sometimes misplay like I did there. Like I committed a lot of resources to deal with just simply a Huntress and a Frostwolf Raider, but that was 9 golds worth of minions that I dealt with, I suppose. It's always thinking about what your gold trades are going to be in those scenarios. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've been rambling for ages now, but if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe.